What's going on, guys? This is Aaron with Departures Capital. We're here with Bill Frain, CEO and Director of Liberty Defense. How are you doing today, Bill?
I'm doing great, Aaron. How are you?
Great, excited to have you on. So Liberty Defense is a leading concealed threat detection solutions company that provides security solutions for concealed weapon detection in high volume foot traffic areas. What else should investors know about your company?
Well, Aaron, we are building a multi-tech security company. So we have a flagship product called the Hexwave, which, as you mentioned, is a concealed threat detection solution, high throughput capability. It's safe, contactless, and it'll be used in any kind of commercial application, the high volume foot traffic areas, stadiums. It can be used in schools. It can be used in places of worship, really anywhere where people are gathering. But we've also just signed an exclusive license agreement with Pacific Northwest National Labs to get us back into the aviation market. So we have an exclusive license for high definition AIT, which is advanced imaging technology, which people in the US and Canada are very familiar. When you walk to the airport and you put your hands up and you have the body scanner, this is that technology. So I was part of that when I was there at L3 in developing that and selling that product to, globally. And so now we have the opportunity with PNNL to upgrade those machines that are at the airport. And it's been funded by Department of Homeland Security. And in addition to that, we have a shoe screener, which will also be used at the airport. And that'll certainly, reduce the amount of time that you have to get to the checkpoint. And, it's always a nuisance to have to take your shoes off. So we're really excited about having this capability and the license for this technology and hope to bring it to life in the next 2 years.
Very exciting. So how has the focus for security threat detection in public spaces changed and evolved in recent years?
Well, we're very well aware of the gun violence and the mass shootings that have happened over the last, unfortunately over the last 3 to 5 years, and that threat is not going to stop, unfortunately. And I've been in the security business for 30 years, and you always think that, well, it's going to slow down or it's going to stop, but it just continues to evolve with different types of threats, different types of weapons that are out there. And now we're looking at security in places that you wouldn't think you'd need it, at grocery stores and at malls. The recent shooting at the massage parlor, in Georgia. So it continues to evolve, and there's so many different checkpoints, around. And now the people are starting to get back to work, hopefully soon, when we get beyond the pandemic. I think that it has completely changed at the way people see the sense of security.
Yeah, definitely. So talking a little bit about, those legacy threat detection systems, how are they ill-equipped to meet modern public security needs?
Well, most of those technologies are metal detection. And so what we provide, and I think what the next generation of technologies are going to provide, is to look for plastic explosives, plastic guns, liquids. I think it was just President Biden just talked about the fact of ghost guns being a threat. So those would not necessarily be picked up by a metal detection system. So that is something that I think we're going to see happening. And I think the ability to integrate other technologies, whether that be from a medical application, now with COVID-19 coming into our world. And so I think there is a sense of, whether you're adding thermal cameras, temperature readers, or other type of medical device capabilities, those are going to be integrated, I think, with security applications in the very near future.
Interesting. So what sets Hexwave apart from other public security systems?
Well, I think the biggest thing is our ability to detect a broader spectrum of threats. As I mentioned, we can detect, because really what we're doing is we're using millimeter wave radio frequency. So we're taking the reflection off the body, and we're going to be able to detect anything, any anomaly that's there, any threat. So again, if it's plastic, if it's metal, non-metal, if it's a liquid, drugs, currencies, so we'll be able to detect that. So that's a big differentiator for us. We can be used indoor and outdoors on the Hexwave product. It's a flexible operation and ConOps, so it's very movable. which is key for different configurations. It can also be concealed. So if you're putting it at a school and or maybe at a mall and you don't want people to see it, or casinos, it's got a lot of flexibility in that. There are no privacy concerns and there are no health concerns. As I mentioned, it's being used, the millimeter wave, today at airports. So again, no privacy issues, and it is safe for people to walk through.
Very interesting. So could you provide a little bit more detail about your beta testing partners, which includes notable names like FC Bayern Munich and the Greater Toronto Airports Authority?
Yeah, so over the past year, maybe 2 years, we've kind of lined up some really key beta partners. So we've got some initial agreements with them so that when we do have the beta product, which we expect by the end of this calendar year, we'll be able to use these sites as our test sites, really get some good key information, and places that do have the high traffic, like you mentioned, Toronto Airport Authority, FC Bayern, Virginia Division of Police, the Maryland sports stadiums, NFL. We have large corporations, University of Wisconsin, the Port of Tampa. So a really good, diverse group of beta partners. And one that will probably be one of the first ones we're doing is going to be at a Hindu temple outside of Atlanta, which is one of the largest tourist attractions in that region. And given our center of excellence is now in Atlanta, it's a perfect opportunity for us to have that there. And then we'll be in schools, hopefully in the Park City school system as well. So we're re-engaging, and we keep in touch with these beta partners. And so again, it's a good diverse group for us to have to really collect some data and understand what the security operations are that will be needed going forward.
That'll be exciting for you guys. So what does Liberty Defense's recently announced grant from the Byrd Foundation and the Department of Homeland Security mean for the company?
Yeah, so that was kind of our first real true I'll say proposal that we put together. And the Byrd Foundation is a combination of the Byrd Foundation for Israeli companies and US technologies. And it's also supported by the Department of Homeland Security. So they look for innovative technologies between the two countries. And we partnered with a company called Levitation out of Israel. And so they've developed kind of an early warning system. So it can be used, if you can imagine a stadium where they would be able to reach out about 200 to 300 meters, identify if there's a potential threat, and they could directly go into the Hexwave, and we would have more data, more information. So we're really excited. It's $1 million grant from the Byrd Foundation. The proposal was done, over a period of about 6 months. I know they they go through a lot of detail, and so we're really proud to be awarded the grant, and we look forward to starting that development up in the next few weeks.
Awesome, congratulations with that.
Yeah, thank you.
So, Liberty Defense's management is full of experts with an impressive track record of achievements. Who are your key members, and what do they bring to the table?
Well, so I've been in the business for 30 years. So, dating myself, but I got in after, the Pan Am 103 incident, which brought down a plane over Lockerbie. And so I've been in the security business ever since. And it's certainly something that I'm very passionate about. I was able to hire our president and CTO, also who spent a lot of time at L3 Security and Detection Systems. So he's the one who really was behind the development of the body scanner that you see at the airports today, but also check baggage applications using, base X-ray and also computed tomography, excuse me. So very sophisticated, very technical systems, all built on, algorithms and AI software applications. So, Mike Lanzaro is a key member of the team. We have Aman Bardwaj, who really was the one from the technology perspective of the Hexwave. And he's been working on that for the past 2 years, along with MIT, where we have the exclusive license. And then we have some of the inventors of the actual body scanners, an individual, Scott Trosper, who is part of the team. And then we have a wide range of advisors, again, kind of in the market verticals that we're looking at, from NFL teams to NHL teams, former FBI, former chiefs of police, folks who involved with Live Nation and other entertainment industries, government applications. So we've really put together a strong team, not only on the engineering and capability side, but that have the passion and understanding of the security applications that are needed.
Wonderful. So thanks a lot for all those updates. And finally, how can investors, find out more information about the company, or where should they go?
Well, the best way to get an update would be to go to our website, which is at libertydefense.com. So we update all of our news releases and technologies and the presentations that we have up there for potential investors. You could also use my email address is bfrain@libertydefense.com. So I'm open to answer any questions or take any comments.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Bill. I look forward to covering your story, and good luck with everything.
Great. Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate it.
All right, guys, that wraps up the video. Thank you so much for watching. I just wanted to say, if you do support me, the channel, and all these videos, then kindly smash that like button along with hitting the subscribe button and the bell for notifications for future videos. I did also want to say, check the disclaimer down below. This video was sponsored by the company that we are talking about today. So check the disclaimer, full disclosure, and we're out of here. Always remember, guys, Departures Capital is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell a stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell a stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you make your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. We'll see you guys in our next video.